too. Well, everything is related to that. The confusion of Ahir Zaman and how to bring yourself out from the confusion. Confusion of Ahir Zaman, there's not the time to read more. It's not. You're going to get more confused. Confusion of the Ahir Zaman. Yes, ask Allah to guide you to that one who is going to bring you to Him. Ask. Ask for a guide. And then, according to your sincerity, you will meet Him. And according to your level, Allah will make Him to go to you. That time, hold on to Him, because He will say some strange things. He will even say, this one, what is this? You say, white. He says, this is black. He says to another thing, he says, what is this? He says, this is black. He says, look again. No, it's black. He says, this is white. I don't see it. Use his eyes a little bit. Can you see? A little bit. Can you see? A little bit. More you are giving in, more you're going to see. Oh, I never knew. I say, yes, I never knew too. They never knew. And the help was sent to them. More you're stubborn and says, no, more trouble you're going to get. So everyone is responsible. Still, in this age of confusion, everyone is responsible. You cannot say, I'm not responsible, everything is so confusing, because the Prophet had spoken about these times. It's not as if he didn't warn anyone. He did. He warned us 1400 years ago. His Sahabis warned us 1400 years ago. The Tabi'ins, those who followed his companions, warned us. Continuing for over 1,300 years, the scholars, the alims, the ulamas, the righteous people, the awliyas, the shaykhs, they keep warning people about Ahir Zaman. Always, never stopping. Especially the Dergah, it is preparation for Ahir Zaman. And the confusion of the end of times. You know, the sun is shining. Everyone knows the sun is shining. Everyone can see, but if you close your eyes and you put like that, you can't see. 1 billion people can tell you the sun is shining. That one person doing this, he says, nope, it's not. Whose fault is it? Is that changing the reality of the sun? You have to take out, unveil yourself, then you're going to see. So we are all still responsible for that knowledge. First ones responsible to give that knowledge. First ones, more responsible than anyone else. It is who? Say. Who? Who is the most responsible one? The leaders. The leaders. The ones who are ruling, the rulers. But now we are split. The ruling means just dunya, and collecting dunya and make a better dunya for all of us to live in. There's not ruling in Islam. There's not. For 1400 years, 1300 years, it wasn't the most important thing for the rulers of Islam. It's not this dunya. Leaders, your rulers, they are most responsible. Then who else who should be advising the rulers? The alims, the scholars. Then who else? The shaykhs. Not even every awliya is responsible. Awliya is different, a shaykh is different. Every shaykh is an awliya, but not every awliya can become a shaykh. They should be speaking and reminding people about Ahir Zaman. What is this confusion and what is haq and what is batil? They are not. Seeing, they are getting more involved in the confusion. You understand? Can we say in this Ahir Zaman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He is not opening the way for all of us to be able to read and write and to find out for ourselves. There's more literacy in this age than ever before in history. Everybody knows. Not only reading and writing, everybody knows how to find information everywhere. So your leaders, your politicians, your guides, your scholars, all the religious people, even if they are not opening this knowledge of Ahir Zaman, we are still responsible, because no one can say we're living in the best of times. Because you know why? So many unbelievers. Unbelievers, they are saying this is not definitely the best of times. If anything, this is the worst of times. So there is the heart that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still giving to everyone, whether they believe in Him or they don't believe in Him. There is the heart, there is the intelligence. There is still a belief. Because deep down, everyone is a Muslim. It only how it becomes activated. You're going back to your faith. You don't put a new faith on you. So you're not busy trying to see what is this, what is wrong with this world. On one hand, they say, even if you know what is wrong, you're not going to change anything, so enjoy yourself, especially in third world countries. Yeah, it's so bad, it's so frustrating. Why are you worrying about these things? Why are you worrying? Like you're going to change something? You think you're so great, you're going to change something? Don't worry about these things. More important for you just to earn your money, to pay your bills, which is a real concern in third world. I'm not putting this down, you understand? You know, we are not the only ones ever in history that are extremely poor too. So many prophets were. So many Sahabi-Kiram, they were so poor, they died from starvation. Yet, they never said, what can I do? Yet, they never say, this is not important. And they followed that prophet. Without knowing what is going to happen. Allah is still sending mercy to us to wake up. Every day, everyone can read the news, no? Every day, you're seeing things getting worse and worse. You're seeing that. Whether you're tariqat or not Muslim, you're seeing it. One small example, let me say, because it's coming up very often. One small example. To hear, for example, father or mother killing their own children, it used to be, you hear that maybe once a year, and it's so shocking why the mother is going to do this, why the father is. Now it's happening every day. I'm not exaggerating. Father took children for vacation, went back to the house, 4 children, and he killed all of them. Put them in his car and he drove away. He was caught. Mother tried to kill the kid, her baby. They stopped her. She said, I hear voices in my head. 11 years later, child grew up. Child's 11 years old. She killed him. There's only a few examples. Every day is happening. And this is happening in this part of the world. Allah knows what is happening in other parts of the world. This is happening in this part of the world where they take care of people's rights, no? They give you your rights. Imagine you're living in parts of the world where they don't care about your rights. There are different parts of the world. A big part of the world, they don't care for your rights. They don't care for my rights. Yeah, especially if you're poor, you have no rights. East or west, north or south, you have no rights. This is a reality. Don't get spoiled in this country. More shukr you should make. Don't get spoiled. little bit uncomfortable, little bit this, don't get spoiled. What did we do ever in our lives that we are deserving this? Nothing. And don't spoil your children. So this kind of Ahir Zamaan confusion, destruction, hatred, violence, separation, very, very fast, very, very, very quick it's happening. But Muslims should be waking up. The first thing they should be concerned about is this. They are more drugged, they're more sleeping. They're more ignorant and they're more stubborn. Muslim and Muslim leaders, more stubborn. And especially the Muslim leaders, they have the answers in their hands. They have the answers. Very easy, they can answer to the problems, starting first with the Muslims, and they have their hands. You understand? Poverty? Shaykh Efendi made calculation. This was maybe 10 years ago. Just from the revenue of the oil that they are getting in one country, the biggest producer, but one country, there are so many different countries, just the revenue from that oil, and that is the haqq of each and every Muslim. That is our haqq too. It doesn't just belong to them. This is the fairness of Allah. You understand? Because the water and the fire belongs to everyone. Just from the revenue, he's saying, of that one country, the Prophet, he says it is enough to give to every Muslim person $1,000 a month. If your house, you have 4 people, 5 people, then everyone. This was what was happening during Hazrat Osman's time. This was what was happening during the time of the Ottomans. This is what happened when you are relieving the burden of the people so that they are also not running after the dunya. That they can have time to worship. That they say, even when they get that money, they say, but we like living simple like this. We like living simple. Even if it comes to us, we say, not necessary, let's give to this one. They say, but you have nothing. I say, I don't need anything. Just as during the time of the Ottomans, all the businessmen who come together to open up the Grand Bazaar, they make a dua to Allah before they open, asking everything to be halal, everything to be pleasing with Him. And they make dua to say that, just give what is enough for me. Don't give me more than that because my neighbor needs it. And that is sunnah. And that happened not for one day, please, for hundreds of years. For over 1,000 years in Islamic history, that was the principle. You have a business, this one has a business, this one has a business. You are selling, this one is not selling. They come to you and they say, want to buy this? They say, not necessary. I make enough money today. Go to my neighbor, he didn't make money. That one say, not necessary. Go to that one. Not necessary, go to that one. You understand this? This is what it means. They're not running after the dunya. Now, Ahir Zamaan, our big channel is open to desire. Desire. Concentrating first on desire. Then with that desire, you have this whole world is still not enough. With that nafs, with that desire, it's not enough. It's never enough. So it's only when controlling that desire, then you say this is enough. As the Prophet says, if you have food for one person, it is enough for 2. Food that is enough for 2, it is enough for 3. Because it is Allah who is feeding you, as Allah is saying. It is not really the food that is feeding you, it is Allah who is feeding you. And then when you start sharing, when you start taking less, you discover you become more full. You become more healthy. You become more wealthy. You become no anxiety. Easy. Difficulty comes to you, you say, Allah Karim. Ease comes to you, you want to give to everyone. You want everyone to share. This is the attitude of Islam. It is lost. Are there any courses teaching about the attitude of Islam? Any schools, any universities? No, they're busy with what? They're busy with things that have no meaning. They're busy with the form. If you're not busy with the meaning, everything you are concentrating just on the form, and you say, you get the meaning later. The form will break. It will fall, and you discover there's nothing there. Nothing. You have the meaning. Even the form is not so good, but there is still the meaning. So easy now for you to make the form, for other people to help you to make the form, for Allah and His Prophet now to build it for you. You don't have to do it yourself because it has meaning. We have to understand this a little bit more. We have to give shukr a little bit more because we are still responsible. We must be with people who they are not confused, who knows what is haq and what is batil. We must be around people who will enjoin the good and forbid that is evil. We must be around the people who are representing the sunnats and they are living the sunnats of the Rasulullah alayhi wasalam. You must be with those ones who have an isnad, that they have a lineage saying you are taught by this one, by this one, by this one, reaching back to the Prophet alayhi wasalam. You must be with people who are teaching you what is ego, what is shaitan, what is dunya, and what is hawa. You're not with people who are teaching that, you will always be confused. You will definitely be confused. Definitely. In religion, you'll be confused. In this dunya, you'll be confused. In everything you do, you won't know. You will not. May Allah keep us under the feet of our Shaykh, inshallah. You like, listen. You like, put it in your lives. You don't like, leave it to me. We will take it. But we're not speaking empty words. Everyone is going to be responsible. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.